Hi folks, welcome to my first session here on finishing and how to get rid of scratches. Well, we're going to try something new here today. I got this at Costco. I think it was around $13.99, $14.99, something like that. Anyway, DuPont, good company. It says before, easy to apply, perfect finish. It says that it'll take out deep scratches. Basically what it is apparently is just a clear coat pen. Now we'll see if it really does work. I have some surface scratches over here, just you know how rocks will skim across your hood. I've got lots of chips, but that's for another show. And then I've got some pretty deep scratches over here that I'm going to try it on, but I'm going to first try it on a parallel surface. I don't know if you can see this scratch, but let's see if we can see this one here. I've got a pretty good finish on this truck. There is a scratch right here, and you can get your fingernail in it. It's pretty bad. Don't you love that when people do that with their car doors in a parking lot? Anyway, we're going to be applying this, and we're going to try it out. The instructions are, first make sure the car is clean and free of dirt, which it is. Shake the stick well, push down on the tip, and then release it repeatedly until the fluid makes the tip wet. This may take a couple of minutes of repeated action. Place the tip at the beginning of the scratch and draw down the scratch gently. Wipe any excess away with a clean, dry cloth. Allow to cure 1 to 3 hours. Replace cap tightly after use. Well, we're going to try that on this hood scratch over here. I got a couple of them, and as soon as I get started here, I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, I'm going to shake the stick well here like it says. I've removed one of the pins. I don't know if this is going to come out. All I have is this Panasonic camera that takes video. Let's see how well it is. I took one of the pins out of the package. They're all the same. They're all clear coated. It just comes with 3 pins. So I'm going to shake it. Sounds like there's a little cartridge inside there. Just shake well. Push down on the tip to release repeatedly until the fluid makes the tip wet. I'm going to try that, and the stuff came out immediately, so it's pretty good. They're probably thinking maybe if it's too cold or whatever. So what I'm going to try to do here, I've got my clean cloth ready to go here. I'm going to see if I can show you this scratch. It's not a bad scratch. It's just kind of a surface skim from a rock. I have buffed it out a few times, and it's a lot better than it was, but it's ugly. It looks white, because when clear coat scratches, it looks like it's white all over the surface of your beautiful dark blue or dark black, whatever colors you have, dark colors. It really shows up bad. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to go up here towards the windshield side of the hood here, and I'm going to start off. And it says place the tip at the beginning of the scratch and draw down the scratch gently. So, whoa, a little too much there. Stuff really comes out. So I kind of overdid it on that one. So I'm going to dab it. We're going to try that one more time. Okay. It is already disappearing. So it looks like you just barely have to put it on. It's really not intuitive at first, but then you can kind of see it's kind of like a paint brush with a felt tip on it. So it's kind of thick. I'm thinking it'll probably shrink up as it dries. So I'm going to get the whole surface area. This is going to be a little tough on a vertical surface, like on the door, on the side panel of the truck where I showed you earlier. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be the next segment here. So we're going to let this dry in 1 to 3 hours, and we'll get over to the side there, and we'll show you what happens with that. And it's going with the length of the vehicle, but you can hear my fingernail catching in there. It's pretty deep. It's almost down. It's into the base coat. It's not quite into the primer base, but it is definitely all the way through the clear coat here. So it's going to be interesting because this pin's quite runny. The temperature here, where I'm at my house here, is probably, we're in the shade, and it's late morning, nearly noon. It's probably I don't know, 75 degrees out, so it seems to be perfect temperature for applying this kind of thing. You definitely probably wouldn't want to do this in the heat of the sun or on a real hot, humid day like back east. I live back there, so I know what that's all about. So it doesn't run down the hood. I'm just going to be a little careful here and have my rag ready. And I'm just going to lightly, you see, I'm going to prime it like it says to get it to the tip. Alright, so now I'm just going to, oh boy, it really runs bad. So I hope this stuff buffs off easy. It should, probably. So the only choice I have here is just to kind of fill it in the best I can. It looks like it wants to run a little bit, but looking at it right away, it's not doing jack to the scratch. It still looks white as ever. Now the hood was a lot different because it was just kind of a surface scratch into the clear. This being a deep scratch, this looks like it's definitely not a solution for that kind of thing. So don't waste your money on a deep scratch. We'll let it cure and we'll see what it looks like, but it definitely does not look like it's going to do what I had hoped it would do with the deep, real deep clear coat scratch. So I'm going to try the vertical one, and we'll let these things cure a couple hours, and then we'll get back to the video and we'll show you what it looked like. Okay, here we are back. It's cured about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think you could still see the scratch pretty bad. It is all filled in with clear coat. So for protection, I would recommend, yeah, that's probably a good idea. For cosmetic reasons, DuPont, I'm sorry, hell no, it doesn't work. I did some stuff up here on some light surface scratches, and it made that disappear, but I could do that with a regular polishing and buffing and filling it in with wax. So there's no benefit in smearing it all over small surface scratches that you get like from a car wash or a swirl mark or whatever. It's just not worth the money or the time. I did use the rest of the pin on a few scratches around the car, the truck here, with mixed results, and the pin ran out pretty quick. So that's probably why they give you 3 pins. There's not a whole lot in there, probably enough to do 3 or 4 real deep scratches like this, and that'd be about it. So, Auto Ramblings recommendations, yes, to fill it in and protect your finish. Cosmetically, to make it look good, no way, it doesn't work that way. That's not what it's for, apparently. I would suggest marketing at DuPont. To change this, because that's really misleading. They're showing like a candy apple red or a maroon colored car here with a white scratch. It looks like a white mark probably on the copy. It's not probably even a real scratch. They show it applying the pin and it just goes away perfectly. Not going to happen. It's misleading, and I would say DuPont is a good company, but they probably need to take a relook at this in their marketing, and because for me, I was disappointed and it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Now, if it's just to fill it in and protect the finish, I say right on. Tell us that, but don't tell us this, because it's not true. Auto Rambling signing out. I hope I helped you to make a decision on the DuPont Pro Fusion Color Scratch Repair Kit. Triple pack. I used 1 pin, and I probably won't use it for anything else except for maybe some scratches that aren't seen that I just want to protect the finish. But what I'm going to do next for something like this is my next test is going to be Dr. Color Chip. I've heard some good things about them, and we're going to do some paint fixing of chips and some scratches, and that's what our next video should be about. Thanks for listening. Hope I helped you guys out.